and so will the inbounder. Fuller with it! Russo in space. Service in. Oh, and he scores! Line drive off the glove of Zamora. Parker comes home and so will love it. Georgia Southern walks it off. And welcome to another edition of the GATA Zone, your one-stop shop for a deeper look inside Georgia Southern Athletics. I'm your host, Danny Waugh of GATA Productions, and I am joined with Eagles head men's soccer coach Lee Squires to talk about the upcoming soccer season. Kicks off this Thursday on the road for the Eagles at Charlotte. Coach, welcome to the GATA Zone. Glad you're with us.
I appreciate it. I love the new setup, and look forward to talking some soccer.
You're getting ready for year 3 with the program as you get throughout the preseason and a couple of scrimmages, getting ready for the season opener this Thursday at Charlotte. What's the excitement level for yourself and the team ready to get back out there in 2025?
Yeah, naturally this time of year, it's the buzz is always there. You're ready to go again. It's a long off season. Last time we kicked a ball for real was November, so it takes a long time to come around. So when it does, you want to capitalize on that. And I think we're prepared. I think we're better prepared than years past with the continuity we've got, and challenging schedule as always, but a group that's better prepared to take that on.
From year 1 to year 2, you made a lot of growth and progress, going from just 2 wins in 2023, increasing to 6 wins in 2024. A lot of youth on this team that have now matured, got a lot of playing time over those 2 years. So as you get ready for 2025, how do you reflect on 2024 and just the progress that the team has made overall?
Yeah, I think that's the key word is progress. I think by any metric that you sort of analyze it by, we've taken a step forward, whether that be in the win total, whether that be in the RPI rankings, whether that be in goal differential. By any metric, we've definitely improved. I think the key now going into year 3, this was always the season that we targeted to make significant improvements, not just those stepping stones. Of course, we want to keep those stepping stones going in the right direction, but now can we take a bigger leap? Can we get to double-digit wins? Can we have a top half finish in a very challenging conference, and see where that takes us in kind of the national landscape, and we'll see.
Now, when you inherited the program, it had a lot of young players on the roster, a lot of freshmen that got experience. Then you brought in your own set of freshmen and transfers coming in. So now with all those players having so much experience over the last 2 years, how have you seen them evolve and mature into young leaders wanting to have the same goals that you have in place for this team this year?
Yeah, I think you can see throughout practice, throughout the way that the guys conduct themselves off the pitch, it's becoming a lot more player-led, which is a big goal for us this year. With so many new guys, sometimes it's the coaching staff that have to kind of guide that. But now with so many returning players, 22 of these 30 guys were here in the spring, 17 of them were here last fall. A lot of guys now that have played 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 games at this level. The players are taking a lot more ownership, a lot more responsibility. Doesn't necessarily make the coach's life easier, but it allows us now to, as a coaching staff, to get into a lot more detail and be a lot more specific, instead of being more foundational and kind of establishing culture. That culture is largely there. The standards are there. So now can we kick on and really get into some smaller details, which, when you're taking those bigger jumps into maybe postseason play, those are the hardest ones to actually accomplish. So yeah, definitely more player driven, player led, backed by a good group of juniors and seniors now.
Well, we'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we will dive deeper into the 2025 schedule here for Georgia Southern men's soccer. Keep it locked here on the GATA Zone.
When it's time to light it up. When you need the power to perform. When every spotlight is on you. We bring Eagle Nation to life.
When you step into Paulson Stadium, walk through the football locker room, or stroll through the Hall of Fame, what you see is more than just space. It's a story. At Whitfield Signs, we bring those stories to life. From iconic athletic branding to elegant collegiate displays, Whitfield Signs can craft striking custom signage to help elevate your brand. Whitfield Signs, official sign provider of Georgia Southern Athletics.
The Window World family is more than just windows and doors. From our daily efforts supporting St. Jude Children's Research Hospital to find cures and save children's lives, to our ongoing commitment to serve active military and their families and America's veterans, to honor those who fought and who served to keep this great nation safe. At Window World, great service is not only taking care of our customers, it's about serving our community. Window World of Coastal Georgia and South Carolina. Please join us.
Welcome back to the GATA Zone. Danny Waugh, along with Eagles head men's soccer coach Lee Squires. We're going to take a look now into the Sunbelt preseason polls that were released last week. And, Coach, being a part of the Sunbelt now for a number of years, you have seen how challenging the competition can be, especially when you look in the conference. Marshall reached the College Cup last year in the finals, lost to Vermont, but such a top-heavy conference and very competitive through and through.
Yeah, and I think that makes it a challenge to kind of predict how it's going to finish. Naturally Marshall making a national championship game, makes sense that they're the 1 seed, but West Virginia won both the regular season and the conference tournament, so they probably feel maybe a little hard done by being number 2. And then I think there's a group of teams after that you could almost interchange them, and it would make sense as well. So us being predicted 8th, having finished 8th last year, not really much of a surprise, but of course it's where you finish, not where you're predicted to finish.
Absolutely. And last year was the first time that Georgia Southern reached the Sun Belt Conference tournament since 2020, so already making major steps there. But along with a competitive conference schedule, you have some incredibly tough non-conference opponents as well. Let's take a look at some marquee matchups. Of course, this Thursday, soccer season officially opens up on the road at Charlotte. Now, Charlotte's the defending American champions, and then after that matchup this Sunday, a home opener at Bo Pitts Field against UNC Wilmington. Then you also faced North Florida. You beat North Florida last year in Statesboro, but they went on to win the A-Sun championship and reach the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, there's definitely some conference champions in there. Would they be able to replicate that feat in the Sun Belt? Who knows? But Charlotte on the road it's not far off as tough as it gets. But I think that prepares us for our conference play really, really well. They're perennially a national top 25 program, and maybe we can catch them by surprise early on and pick up a great result on the road to get us started. And then Wilmington, another fantastic program with a head coach who's been there a long time now, and very well drilled and well organized, and that's a great opening weekend for us. And if we can get a couple of results on the board early, it sets us up really well. Our non-conference record last year was very, very good. Now we have to be able to sustain it all the way through conference play and into the postseason as well.
Following that, going into the Sun Belt, September 28th, hosting number 2 Marshall. They were the number 1 team when you hosted them 2 years ago in your first year. Of course, on the road at West Virginia, the defending Sun Belt champions. And then senior night on Halloween, October 31st, against South Carolina. And we talked about it, the Sun Belt very competitive, not just Marshall and West Virginia. You look at James Madison, Kentucky, UCF. It's just going to be a challenging conference through and through, Coach.
Yeah, every which way you turn, you've got a battle on your hands. The points in the Sun Belt are never easy to come by, and that's probably a goal for us. Is can we be more competitive and get a result or two against the so-called big guys, in the conference. We've challenged them a little bit over the last couple of years. Last time we went to West Virginia in the regular season, we tied 0-0. We've actually gone 1-0 up twice against Marshall each of the 2 years that I've competed against them. But again, you've got to be as close to perfect. You can't give them anything, and you've got to be able to see it through for the whole 90 minutes to get any points in this league. So whether it's Coastal and Georgia State or Marshall and West Virginia, South Carolina at home's a big one. Homecoming weekend's the Coastal game. So every 3 or 4 days your backs are against the wall and you're up against a mountain to climb. But we're better prepared for our experiences, and look forward to giving it our best shot.
Well, Coach, Eagle Nation, so excited to see what this team is going to go out there and produce this upcoming season. Best of luck as you get ready for the start of the year.
Appreciate it, Danny.
Georgia Southern opens up the college soccer season at Charlotte on Thursday, and then Sunday, home opener at Bo Pitts Field against UNCW. Going to be an exciting season overall for Georgia Southern men's soccer. When we come back after the break, we will catch up with Eagles senior goalkeeper Nate Martinez. Keep it locked here on the GATA Zone.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by never settling. But what's really made Ford F-Series #1 is you.
As children, we wanted to build something amazing. Maybe a huge tower for heroes. Our imaginations soared. At Georgia Southern University, that spirit stays alive in our students. We chase our curiosities. We think big and achieve more than we ever dreamed. Beyond goals, beyond limits. Georgia Southern University. Soar beyond.
This is Paul Newman, owner and broker of Statesboro Real Estate. I have been in the business over 20 years and completed well over 1,000 transactions, helping buyers, sellers, and investors navigate the home buying process. One of the things that sets us apart is our tie to the university. I'm the official real estate agent of Georgia Southern Athletics. With our team of experienced brokers and agents and our online presence, we can help you navigate any deal. Along with Statesboro Real Estate, I'm the co-owner of PMG Rentals, where we manage over 1,300 properties, improving the lives of investors and tenants since 2009. Whether you're looking to rent, buy, or sell, make sure you call Paul.
Welcome back to the GATA Zone, your one-stop shop for a deeper look inside Georgia Southern Athletics. Danny Waugh, now joined by Eagles senior goalkeeper Nate Martinez. Nate, welcome to the GATA Zone.
Thank you for having me.
As you get ready for your final year with Georgia Southern as a captain, what's the excitement level for you and the team getting ready to get back on the pitch in 2025?
Yeah, I think everyone's super excited. Obviously, it's been 8 months since we last had a game or a real match, so everyone's looking forward to it and looking forward to Thursday.
Now, you were a sophomore when Coach Squires became the new head coach for Georgia Southern. So what has the last few years been like under his leadership and also being the starting goalkeeper in that time as well?
It's been great. Obviously, when Lee came in, it was a completely different squad, which I think Lee made the right changes towards the direction we've gone now. And as you can see, from my sophomore year to junior year to now senior year, we're ready to make those bigger steps every single year.
Now, throughout this past off-season, getting ready for your final year with Georgia Southern, we know that players go off and compete in different leagues. They kind of stay, keep their legs fresh to get ready for the upcoming fall. So what was your off-season like as you got ready for your senior year here?
So I went to New Jersey in Ocean City, played for the Nor'easters. Another teammate, Noah, and I both went there, and I think I played 8 games. So it was good to keep fresh and keep going, and also see different part of the United States that I haven't been to.
Yeah, how was that like overall going to New Jersey compared to being in Statesboro the last couple of years?
It was definitely a change. I mean, I grew up in Atlanta, so I grew up in a city, so it was kind of familiar, but at the same time, the culture was different because there was different players, different guys, had to meet a whole new team, new coaches and everything. So getting in front of them, I think, was important for my future, but also build as a character as well, and I think it was very beneficial for me.
Now, when you were a freshman, you had a lot of seniors and upperclassmen around you, and as you progressed throughout your career, you've had a lot of younger players come in. And now as a team captain, what has the chemistry been like for you and the young underclassmen on this team, the younger players, and also of your senior teammates as well? How has that chemistry and continuity been with you as a captain over the last few years?
I think it's really good. I think all the new guys kind of know that if they have questions or need help with anything, they can come to me always. If they ever need anything, I'll always answer the phone for any of them. So yeah, I think my role is passing down the leadership soon to the upcoming seniors and juniors, but also showing everyone my experiences that I've had here as well.
I mean, along with that experience, on your group of goalkeepers, you have a freshman and a sophomore in that class as well. I mean, what has that been like getting to work with them, work with the younger players in that position, and just getting to showcase and show your experience with them?
It's great. I found a love to teach, so I like helping out when I can or giving pointers to the other two as well. And I think they kind of know, like, oh, he's been here around for a little bit, so we got to listen to them a little bit, and we'll learn a thing or two.
Has that been kind of interesting going from the student to the teacher?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I can always learn from them as well. Like there's things that they do that I take into my game as well. So I think there's a good balance there of everyone is pushing each other, but also there's kind of a respect aspect to it as well.
So final question for you, Nate. You talked about some of the goals that Coach Squires has for this team. What are some of the goals that you want this team to accomplish in your senior season, trying to continue to make the progress and the culture that Coach Squires has done so far?
So I think this year I would like to go for a run in the tournament. I would like to appear in the national tournament as well, and obviously take that as far as we can go. And then I kind of just want to continue those building blocks going into the future years for Georgia Southern. Another step towards the right direction for the next year and the year after that.
Well, Nate, Eagle Nation is excited to see what you and this team will do throughout this season. Best of luck in 2025.
Thank you.
Georgia Southern opens the 2025 season on the road at Charlotte this upcoming Thursday, and then the home opener this Sunday against UNC Wilmington from Bo Pitts Field. For Nate Martinez and Eagles head coach Lee Squires, I'm Danny Waugh of GATA Productions. This has been the GATA Zone. We'll see you next time.